సభ అధ్యక్షత వహించిన వై శ్రీనివాసరెడ్డి గారికి, మాన్యులు గౌరవనీయులు విద్యాశాఖ మంత్రి డాక్టర్ శైలజనాథ్ గారు, ఆర్వి చంద్రబాబు గారు, శివప్రసాద్ గారు, విద్యారణ్య స్వామి గారు, ప్రేమానంద రెడ్డి గారు, and all other dignitaries on the dais, dear children, teachers, and all the parents who are accompanying the teachers and the children. It's a privilege to be here at Tirupati at the venue of the 30th South India Science Exhibition. Incidentally, 1981 was the first year when we have organized the South India Science Exhibition in Andhra Pradesh. Hyderabad was the host for the first South India Science Exhibition. It's a great moment to be here at the foothills of Lord Venkateshwara. The theme for this year Science Exhibitions is Science, Society and Environment, with 6 sub-themes, which are agriculture, food security, energy, its resources, health, environmental issues, then mathematics in everyday life and disaster management. These are the 6 sub-themes in which children have participated in exhibitions at the district level and in the respective states, and the winners at the state level are here participating in the South India Science Exhibition. The thematic areas are very similar to the kind of development we have witnessed in our country post-independence. In fact, it is very apt at this juncture to look at the development that has taken place in this country as a young nation. When you look at the 2 periods, before 1947 and post 1947, science and technology have paved way for growth and development of this country. The thematic areas are very close to the areas of development that the government intends to plan for and achieve in a sustained manner. Science is predominantly based on individual intelligence, whereas technology is based on teamwork. It is based on the interactive work of a team of members. Science and technology together help in fostering the development of the society and as a result have an impact on sustainable development of the nation and also show its impact on the environment. This has direct bearing on the development that we have witnessed in the various plan periods. The first plan period was dedicated for agriculture development. India has come a long way in agriculture development. The landmark Food Security Bill enacted in the Parliament in 2011 is a culmination of the effort made by Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. That could be the first revolution in science which has had direct impact on growth and development of this country. The next great strides were made in space technology and defense technology. These are the 2 areas which were very important for a nation which was just liberated from colonial rule. Any nation has to be indomitable, has to protect its sovereignty, has to certainly prove itself as a team member among the developed nations. This was the next developmental era that we have witnessed post-independence. The third area being from Dr. Verghese Kurian's words. In one of his books, An Unfinished Agenda, he makes a mention about A famous British analyst remarked on the water of Bombay. He made a comment saying that the sewerage water of London is bacteriologically superior to the milk that is sold in Mumbai, which was Bombay at that time. This led to this man leading a revolution which is termed as White Revolution in the country. Thanks to his efforts, Gujarat was a pioneering state in bringing about this revolution, which has shown a great impact on the farmers' lives and indirectly onto the health of the nation. The fourth being the technology strides that are made between 85 and 95 with the introduction of PCOs, the public call centers, the public call officers, Sam Pitroda and his team, who have worked on revolutionizing the telephony in this country. At the same time, development in nanotechnology, superconductivity, work by our hardware engineers in developing materials which could sustain that kind of information. This was a period when we have witnessed another great revolution, which sometimes is termed and dubbed as Great Grey Revolution. This is where our young boys and girls coming out of our IITs, our engineering colleges have made a huge contribution in information and communication technology. These are the various revolutions that we have witnessed in our country, which are shown as areas of potential growth which have direct impact on the growth and development of the nation. To make this country evolve itself as a developed nation, as a nation which has people without hunger, has people with power. And how does it have bearing on the schools and children? Why is this all linked with the schools? No nation can have development only in the defense labs and R&D departments of the industry. The steady inflow into these institutions comes from the schools. As Dr. Kothari has famously remarked, the future of this country, the destiny of this country is being shaped in our classrooms. Yes, it is this group, the young children, who matter for future of this country. For them, it is very important that the right temperament should be created among them. The questioning minds, the ignited minds, the inquisitive minds that we develop in our classrooms will contribute in a great way for development and growth of this nation. We as teachers and teacher educators, we have great responsibility in promoting a culture of science and learning of science among the students. Science exhibitions and fairs, they provide this kind of platform for sharing of their own experiments, models, their learnings, and learn from others. Particularly the South India Fair throws open doors to all the southern states where there will be interaction between various states. I deem it a privilege to be here as part of my team from SCRT, working along with you in organizing this science exhibition. I thank the district administration of Chittoor district, TTD, and the district education officer for hosting this exhibition, and also Visvesvaraya Museum for providing the support that we needed. Thank you.